Sup guys, lately I've noticed a lot of you are not winning enough. It's not because your aim is bad, but that you aren't maximizing the potential of your loadout. No matter what gun or utility you have, there's always a possibility to win the round. So I'm about to teach you how to do just that, win more. First, I would like to introduce to you all the gun advantage chart. This chart is made up of two data points, mobility on the left and range on the bottom. We take this chart to measure the strengths and weaknesses for every single weapon in Valorant. Let's take the Spectre, for example. Where would it go on the chart? Well, the Spectre is a pretty mobile weapon, meaning the running and gunning with this weapon is very forgiving. So we will mark the mobility here. Now, with the range, the Spectre does not have long-range duels in its favor, so we will mark the range here. Based off this data, we want to take close-range fights while remaining a moving target. Now, let's take the Vandal to compare it to the Spectre. With the Vandal, the mobility sucks. You cannot run and gun with this rifle, so we will mark the mobility here. As for the range, well, the Vandal has long-range duels in its favor due to the one-shot headshot potential from any range, so we will mark the range here. Based off of this data, we want to take long-range duels with the Vandal while being able to be a stationary target. If you are the Spectre user in this duel, you should look to close the space and swing the Vandaled enemy like we're in Tokyo Drift. If you are the Vandal user in this duel, you want to try your hardest to keep the distance between you and the Spectre user so you can one-tap that guy into the next life. One way that we can keep the space as a Vandaler or close the space as a Spectre user is by using our utility. With our utility, we can pop flash around a corner to keep the enemy at bay if we are a Vandaler. Also, with our utility, we can smoke an area to close the space on the enemy to spray them down like we're a Speed Racer if we were using a Spectre. So just remember to keep the gun chart in mind and then look down to see how you can put yourself into the best situation possible given the information provided. When you are doing this strategy in your games, do not forget to press tab before the start of every round to look at your enemy's economy. This way, we can predict the type of weapon they have. With this early information, we can plan ahead and get to positions that will favor ahead of time. Once we have this information, it will be time to form a plan. Think about what your objective is. Let's say that you are trying to take mid because you are the Spectre user trying to get a Vandal. If you're pushing from double doors on Pearl, you can ask for a smoke to cover top mid and then push to clear shops. Easy peasy. We walk up to shops and swing on the lurker full speed. Your plans can be as simple as this, by just thinking about what you want to do and why. Then think about how you can do it given the weapon and utility you can use. All of this information will help you win the impossible rounds, pistol and eco rounds, but only if you can apply this last piece of advice. Your mental will dictate your success. So keep this in mind and do not get frustrated, angry, or toxic to the point that you cause yourself or your team to play bad. The win is always possible. If we are forced into a full eco round where we only have classics and the enemy team has rifles, we can coordinate a plan with our teammates to position ourselves to take fights that are within our favor with what we have. So for example, if I have smokes, I would smoke off an enemy's sight lines to close the space so I can get within right-clicking distance, since that would give me the best odds of success to win against a rifle when I have a classic. Always think that the win is possible. Just use your brain and think about how we can get that nice W. The more you apply this type of thinking in your games, the more wins you can expect to get. Just do your training and watch yourself progress. Now, we touched a lot on using your utility to help you, but you may need a bit more knowledge in how to properly use your utility so you can get the win for sure. So, I recommend watching our Inside the Mind of an Immortal 3 controller main video next. In this video, we provide live notes and commentary. So I'll meet you over there. See you guys.